Welcome to Dakota Does Dressage. So Dakota is my paint gelding, and my name is Andrea. We just started doing Western dressage this spring, and Dakota is 20 years old, but he is still going strong, and I thought this would be a great way to keep him in shape in his golden years and also help me to improve my riding. So I found this virtual show series called Better Dressage Scores. It's online, and I think they do, you can enter a virtual test just about every month. We did a test in June, and if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check that out. That was our first ever Western dressage test. I didn't do a test in July, just didn't have time, but I did 2 tests in August. And when I say test, we are showing at the intro level. I'm just so excited to share with you guys that we improved. We scored higher in August than we did in June. That's what my whole channel is about, bringing you along this journey with us. As we improve our riding, maybe it'll help you improve yours, and just give you some ideas for ways that you can enjoy Western dressage. In this video, I'm going to share with you the tests that we submitted and that got judged, and then the actual scores that we received for each movement, as well as the judges' comments. And I was so pleased. I got a lot of great comments from this judge. So there's a lot to share here. Make sure you stick with me till the end, and let's get into it. All right, so I've got up here on my computer, my test over here, and my score sheet and comments over here, and let's go. So in this test, WDAA Intro Level Test 3, you have to trot into the arena, enter working jog at A, and then halt through the working walk and salute at X. So I scored a 7.5 here, and got a remark of really straight entry, but wobbles after X, and I had an early turn at C. So I was happy that he stayed pretty still, but yeah, you can see he's moving his shoulders around, and then you're gonna see that we don't really make it all the way to C. So proceed working jog, and then track left at C, working jog, HXF, change rein, continue with working jog. I got a 6.5 here, and the comment was inactive behind, jog needs energy to promote consistent connection and balance. And yeah, I agree with that. That's something we really need to work on, is his connection. So at A, we're gonna circle right for 20 meters at the working jog. And I got a 6.5 on this movement as well, with a comment of steady tempo, needs impulsion and vigor, and for my circle to be rounder. And yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of spaced a little bit and forgot that this needed to be a circle, and that's on me. I agree with that. It could have been a better geometric maneuver. So then the next maneuver is KXM, where I'm going to change rein, continue at the working jog, and this has a coefficient. So I got a 7, you multiply that by 2, and that's a 14. She said, came closer to tracking up here, energy improved slightly. And then at C, we're gonna do another circle to the left, 20 meters working jog. I got a 6.5 here, with comments of pole and neck are low, horse getting onto the forehand, keep it lively. So then between C and M, develop the working walk, and I got a 7 on this maneuver, with a comment of like the forward energy into an energetic walk, unfortunately lost energy after the transition. And yeah, he, I think, was really anticipating trying to put his head down and go a little slower. So then from E to B, we do a half circle left, 20 meters, and should be a free walk. And I got a 6.5, it's another coefficient, so that works out to 13, with a comment of walk to show more energy and ground cover. Again, that's another maneuver that we really need to practice more. All right, so when we get to B, we're gonna pick back up into a working walk, and then at M, halt for 4 seconds, and then proceed working walk. So at M, that's another coefficient. I got a 6.5, so it comes out to 13, with a comment of work for immobility He moves his feet a little bit. Some shifting today and halt. Walk to be more ground covering. And then between C and H, develop a working jog. And I scored a 6.5 here with a comment of pull and neck dropping, strain jog on, or I think starting to go on the forehand, and with a comment of just keep the pull at the highest point of their neck. E to F, change rein, working jog. I got a 6.5 here. Line correct, needs energy and impulsion and working jog for correct connection and balance. And then back down the center line at A, halt through the walk and salute at X. And I got a 7.5 here. Ever so slightly hollow to the right. Left leg and thigh should be closer. Otherwise steady, but need impulsion. And then as I come forward, I had a camera person for this test, my amazing husband, Josh, and he's gonna walk around me to show my tack, and I'm gonna talk you through the rest of my points in my test here. Okay, so for collective marks, for gaits, I got a 6.5, and the only remark was freedom, and I don't know if that means we need more freedom or we had freedom, so it literally just says freedom. For impulsion, we got a 6 with comments of desire to move forward, energy and impulsion to improve, to assist balance and connection. For rider's position, seat and hands, 6.5. A quiet rider, right leg and seat more active than left shoulder slightly higher at times. And then riders, correct and effective use of the aids, 6.5. Horse to be more clearly in front of leg aids, bend to be on outside aids. And then for harmony, we got a 7, and that has a coefficient, so that works out to 14. A willing horse that needs to be more clearly in front of aids for a free-flowing performance with steadier balance and correct connection. And then just some other little comments here that we got. They said, this is a really pretty horse, and I agree. Really pretty horse, and this team looks comfortable with each other. Work to get this lovely horse active, in all caps. Get him active in the working jog. Impulsion facilitates connection and bending. Be sure that the pull is never lower than the withers. Only exceptions are free walk, extended walk with the stretch circle at the jog. Pull low means horse is getting onto the forehand. And I agree with all these comments. My biggest issue with Dakota right now really is that he just wants to put all of his weight on the forehand. He's built a little downhill, so he has a tendency to do that anyway. And honestly, I've just let him get away with not moving with connection and in a frame and with impulsion for a really long time. So this is new for him. And then it's also pretty new for me because I grew up riding Western pleasure. So riding with being able to feel his mouth is very new for me. And I'm starting to develop that feel more every time that I ride. So that's my homework for the next month before I submit a test for the September show. And what I'm hearing here is really work on connection and impulsion. So stay tuned for future videos throughout the month because I will be showing you exactly what I'm doing to try to improve that before our September test. So my final score on this test was a 67% exactly, with 134 out of a possible 200 points. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would really help me out. And also please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure you catch our other 2 tests that are currently up on our channel. Bye.